Hi everyone. I am Marlena. I'm your host. Okay, I'm responding to a message. I look tired. Oh my. Yes. Just finished the Zoom at 3:10. So lots of talking since 9:30 a.m. So 9, 10, 11, 12, like 6 hours. I'm pooped. Pooped. So yes. I am. I want to talk about the Illuminati because people love the Illuminati. It's so funny. I haven't talked about the Illuminati for a long time because I don't want people to think I'm nuts. But I used to be a vegetarian for 4 years. What triggered me to become vegetarian? You wouldn't believe. My Versace. Versace. So what had happened was I had I call these my cop glasses. It makes me look like a cop. You know those cop glasses? I think typically those motorcycle cops, they have, these are their look. Yeah, my eyes are red. Um, oh, sorry. I'm just so into this. I really mad. If I would have went into fashion, maybe next life. It could be still be this life. It's just not enough time in the day. I wish it was 48 hours in a day. As a matter of fact, 72 hours in a day. Oh, I would get so much done. Robot mode. So anyhow, I was talking about, because I have a lot of food allergies, talking about that. I was looking for my allergy pills. Since I don't have to get up early in the morning, I have work afternoon. Because the allergy pills, they make it really hard for me to get up in the morning. Um, but it cleans me out. So I was telling him how I was a vegetarian, and then next thing you know, he started talking about the Illuminati. And I was like, what does a vegetarian have to do with the Illuminati? But I mean, even though it was funny, but I've heard that from another from a YouTuber. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to call the phone company because I need to replace my screen. I need to tell them. I need to use my insurance that I added after my phone broke. I'm kidding. This is a tiny little crack, but still, it's making me crazy to have that little crack. So, yes. So yeah. This other person was saying that because, and he points out one country in particular. This YouTuber I listen to, he points out India because they respect cows and how the cows are sacred and the cows roam in the street and you better not dare eat a hamburger. He was like, they will kill you if you try to eat a hamburger because they kind of like worshiping animals. And this is a whole different practice. For example, if you grew up as a Christian, it is forbidden to what's the word, to worship other objects or gods, etc. So, let's see. So he's Orthodox Christian, Judah, Eastern Orthodox. I don't know what's the difference. I thought there was only one Christian, but okay, whatever. Eastern Orthodox Church. Let's kind of like try to read. Is it Greek? I don't know. But yes. Anyhow, so So I thought that was interesting. Like, many people believe that. I don't so much see the correlation of becoming like plant-based, like Kardashian was pushing. Has to do with the Illuminati. But okay. Anyhow, I want to talk about dementia and what's the word? Not power of attorney, but there's another term. My eyes are itching. Oh my God, what's the word? What's the word when someone when you're an adult and not guardian. What is that Britney's father had over her? It's not guardianship because that's for a child. It is conservatorship. Yes, conservatorship. So yeah, so my favorite celebrity, Britney, not Whitney Houston, she's dead. Wendy Williams, she needs a conservator over her estate and herself. So there are two different types of conservator. There's a conservator of estate and then of a person. So her son allegedly is supposed to be the person who's going to have the say-so, but I don't think there's any official paperwork of her son having conservatorship. But that's something we are all going to have to face at one point in our life. We're going to need my nose is itching, I'm not digging, but we will all need a conservator. Oh, wow, I just found a nice book here. Wow. I can print it out. It's like a 40-page book. So, let's look it up. So, Wendy Williams, what's happening with her? I think there are a few conspiracies. So, for one, it seems that none of this really started to come up about her mental capacity until after she decided not to come back on the show. And she didn't come back on the show for a few reasons. Some people say because she's superstitious. It's the 13th season, and we all know the number 13. And for whatever reason, she's on the 13th floor. I had no idea when I went to the show. Obviously I should have known these are tall buildings, but to me, I just felt like it was so like surface based, like it was just this first level, and it was like it was so like kind of like cringy, dingy looking, like downtown LA, like a back alley and like on the street. It was like it was nothing glamour about it. Or just like some side like warehouse. It looked like literally a warehouse, and there were people waiting in the line. There was like a few staff, and they were like, "Oh, can I check?" Show them my ticket. No, I showed them my whatever I had. Then they gave me a ticket. They gave me a wristband. And so we waited. We went through the scanner. They checked the bags. And then we sat in this waiting room and they had us filling out these forms. This is so fun and cool, like a questionnaire, like whatever the topic was for the day. They had questions like, oh, what was, a situation where, something like about a relationship or about a parent's advice. Like, so they had you answer these questions. They're going to take me for one. Oh, it's because I was celibate during that time. I was celibate for a while, like at least a year. And I had a problem dating because of that. Like, guys didn't want to date me, and I just had a really hard time. So I put that in one of the questionnaire, and they actually was going to pick me for that one. But because they loved my outfit, my dress, they were like, the one guy I remember, he was like, she's going to love your dress. I remember that, how he was so excited and happy. And I was so happy too, because I'm like, yes, Wendy, she's going to love my outfit. This is just for her. I wearing a blue sequin dress on a Monday morning. Yes, how you doing? So anyhow, I forgot to say that on the show. I was so fanned out about her. And, wow, what an honor it was to talk to her. Oh my God. And that was the last month she aired, basically. I don't think after that she went on hiatus, and then she was supposed to come back in like September. And it never happened, and I'm so heartbroken. Like, seriously, I'm heartbroken. I can cry. I really felt like I know her. I really felt like, because I watched her show every day for like 6 years or long. I don't know how long, at least 6 years. Every day. Could you imagine watching somebody every day for 6 years? Yeah, you start to feel like you know them. It's like, hey, you my homie now, right? So when I seen her, I was like, oh. And she was standing so close to me. I was like, wow, this is how some fans get knocked out. Because I wanted to like hug her. Now I can understand why some fans actually can get knocked out by like a guard or whatever, or their security. Because she was like so close and she was so nice, like, and there was a moment where I thought she was going to fall over. So she was very weak and frail. I remember that specifically, and I was actually concerned. I swear she almost fell, and I literally was gonna like run up to her and try to hold her and catch her, because she was like, she couldn't really, like, she had a hard time standing on her own. It was weird, and she was like, what's the guy's name? Bernie, I think. She was like, Bernie. So he finally came, and he was holding her. And something was interesting about Bernie. This could be, I think, I was surprised about, to me, I don't know if this is a security thing, but oh my God. You know what? It's a windy, and I was outside for over an hour. All the wind is blowing, all the stuff blowing in my face and my eyes. Now my eyes are itching. It looked like Bernie had something on his arm or his hand. It was weird. I don't know what the hell. He had something covered on his hand. I was like, this motherfucker probably got a gun. He want to pop somebody. And I'm sure Wendy, she always talk about that, getting somebody popped. So I'm like, yeah, this is New York. They don't play. I'm sure if anyone tried to run up on Wendy, like, he'll be able to pop a cap in that ass. So I was like, let me, I would love to get a hug from her. But I know damn well I would probably get knocked out. But anyhow, and no, I'm not that crazy fanatic. I would never do anything like that. But if there was an option to at least like shake her hand or something, I would have loved that. Oh my God. But I got a token souvenir that she touched. So I have something that Wendy touched. So yeah, she seemed to me very sane. I mean, she was yawning a lot. It was funny. And I think that's just a part of her being funny and kind of silly and goofy, whatever. Like, she's kind of over it. It's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm at work. Here we go again. It's like for her, it's kind of like so redundant and so effortless. Like, I just can remember how effortless it was for her doing her job. She was just so natural. But what she does, it was just so natural and so effortless. I know she will be back. I know. I think I know what she's doing. But she will be back. So anyhow, yeah, she was yawning a lot. And I know there were some moments where she was saying weird things. So maybe she could have been possibly allegedly under influence or under some medication, prescribed medication. Or when people are sleep deprived and stuff like that, yeah, that can mess with your awareness. So probably that was going on with her. So yeah, going back to her situation, why are they claiming she suffered from dementia? Why do banks put a hold on her account? They're really putting pressure on her, trying to force her to come back to work and saying, if you want your money, you better bring your ass to work or something, So since she made that video showing people like, hey, I'm good, I'm having a good time, I'm on the beach, and so everyone was like, oh, hell no. So that's when they pulled the plug. So anyhow, okay, long story short. So dementia, there's two different types, right? I mean, there's a severe one, obviously, where you can't make executive functioning, you cannot control your bank account, so in that case, you need a conservatorship. So let's get dementia is a persistent disorder of a mental process caused by a brain disease or injury. Wow. Brain disease or injury marked by memory disorder, personality changes, and impaired reasoning. So, reading more about dementia. The symptoms are, sorry, like this could be like a very beginner's. She may be in the early signs of dementia, and maybe it's just, what could, anything could trigger it, I think. When I used to be a caregiver, I'm sorry I'm not looking at the camera. I had one patient who, he was like in his 90s, probably like literally like in his 90s. And they put him under. He had a surgery. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was some hernia or some old hernia, but it was through his belly button, so maybe it was a hernia. I don't know why they had to do the surgery, but I guess it was important. But after that, he was never the same. It progressed him into a dementia state, and it just got worse, and it was really fast. It was so crazy. So I've heard that before, that going under anesthesia could be a trigger to, because you're kind of like messing up the DNA in a way. You're forcing yourself to go into this almost like a coma. I don't know. Like I would say like a coma. And it turned on and off certain genes. Like stuff just happens. It's weird. It can like age you, I think. I think it could like age you, or it does something to the genetic code. So if you have some possible potential bad genes, that could bring out those like family inherited disorders or diseases. The mood can be nervousness, anxiety, loneliness, mood swings. Psychological effects could include depression, hallucination, or paranoia. These are some of the, symptoms you may experience. But I would say that someone's playing a dirty game on Wendy Williams. I feel like she is almost like being held hostage almost. She must be feeling threatened, scared, like her life is being threatened, basically. So let's see, what is the newest thing on her, besides the fact they are planning to cancel her show. The video she put out, well, not her, somebody put out, her son. Everything seems to be old. There's nothing new about her, because in the video she says, oh, enjoying family life, mother, father, son, something like that. Her mother has been dead for about a year. So that means she made the video over a year ago. So there has been no official statement from Wendy Williams herself. To me, this is so concerning. It is so scary. Like, is she being held hostage in the basement? Like, what the hell is going on? Not a tweet and not a post. And whenever there's a tweet or a post from Wendy, it's a statement. Anyone could type that. We don't have any proof that she's putting this out. We have nothing, no concrete, no statement. But there was some video of her getting in the car. And hopefully who knows if that was a new video. It's just kind of weird and scary. So it's progressive. So what does that mean by dementia being progressive? It means that the symptoms will get worse over time. And it depends on how you manage it. You can slow down the process. This psychological disorder can be broken into 7 stages. Yeah, there are 7 stages. I forgot about that. It's sometimes kind of similar to Alzheimer's, or the point where they forget to swallow and eat, so they stop eating. They will literally stop eating, and that's the scariest thing. So scary. It's so sad and tragic. So here, oops, sorry, wrong link. Let's go over the 7 stages really fast. Oh, it didn't pop up. You see, oh my God, I've been taking that's tragic. Since I've been taking naps in the afternoon, now I feel like I need a nap. I need to get out of that napping in the afternoon because I don't really nap. I just kind of lay there for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna like push it through. How dare you be so flippant? Would be over. It goes off. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't find the 7 stages. Hold on 1 second. It is 4 o'clock. Actually, I need to make some business calls. Actually. Okay. 7 stages of dementia. They're really making me fish for this. First stage is before the symptoms appear. I guess stage 1 is nada. Stage 2, basic forgetfulness. Maybe I forgot the keys, but eventually they'll figure it out. But that will progress over time to the point where they cannot and they do not find the keys. Third stage, noticeable memory difficulties. I would say like task memory difficulties. Maybe a phone number. Stage 4, more than memory loss. That means, yeah, you maybe forget a wedding or important events. 5, stage 5, decreased independence. That means then you will need help, maybe like cooking, cleaning, those kind of things. 6 is when it becomes very severe. And 7, lack of physical control. Yeah. So what stage you think we are? Wow, with Wendy. It could be anywhere from stage 4 to stage 5. Stage 5, decrease independence. So allegedly she has somebody helping for her, cooking and caring for her. Yeah. So with that being said, there are certain things that could cause dementia. So everyone should know to be safe out there. And if you feel to, go ahead and Google that yourself. So again, thank you for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to donate if you like to. But it's only if you want. But please subscribe, please share. See you soon.